Hey, so I'm doing something right now that I haven't done in a very long time, and I am auditioning for something. I'm preparing an audition tape. As you can see, my rig is extremely high tech, so hopefully everything's cool. But I heard about this audition and I decided to take it. I saw a posting for it on Facebook. It's a radio big band, Danish radio big band in Copenhagen, and it was kind of a coincidence. I was actually in Copenhagen with my wife on our honeymoon for like 5 days, and we were there, and I just heard about the audition like 2 weeks, or no, about a week prior to that. So I decided, what the heck, Copenhagen is awesome. I'll throw my hat into the ring. Didn't have a whole lot of time to prepare. Basically had the pieces for about 3 weeks, and I'm just gonna do what I can do tonight, and I will let you know how that goes. But in the meantime, one of the other things that I wanted to talk to you guys about was how I prepared for this, because it might not be what you think. So stick around. I'm gonna get out of here now. That was not embarrassing, but yeah, embarrassing. A few of those pieces were beyond my technical scope. So now I'm gonna go home and lick my wounds. All right, everybody. I want to talk to you guys a little bit about how I put together this audition tape, kind of the process that I went through. That way you can kind of take what you like and get rid of the rest. So here we go. Well, first of all, what happened was I was out on the road on a little bit of a vacation there, and I saw a posting on Facebook for this audition, and it sounded kind of interesting to me. And I sort of mulled it over for a few days and then thought to myself, yeah, what the heck, why not? I'll do it. So I had only about 3 weeks to put everything together before it needed to be turned in for the deadline. And the first week of that, I was out of town, and I didn't really have the time or a place to go and play through some big band style, kind of like lead section trumpet parts. So what I did for that first week was basically I just got a hold of some recordings and just looked at the parts and listened to the records. And that was really all I could do. That was the best I could do at the time. So then I came home. Boom, now we're in week 2, and I went to play through some of the excerpts, and I realized that they were actually pretty tough. And the thing that was challenging about them was not necessarily just the technical aspects of it, but also the hearing of the parts. It was an audition for a second trumpet position, and the audition pieces, 2 of them were Thad Jones charts, and if you're familiar with Thad's music, it's pretty dense harmonically, and the lines are kind of out, and they're a little bit tough to hear. So one of them was this, like a long soli that he wrote, and then the other one was just a straight up second trumpet part. And it's kind of some goofy stuff. So what happened was I'm playing through it, and I started to get a little bit freaked out because I couldn't really hear the parts. I'm cracking notes, my chops start feeling bad, blah, 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 blah. So what I do is I set my horn down, and for the following 2 weeks, all I did was I went over to the piano and I just played the parts on the piano, or the keyboard, the synthesizer. I just turned on the trumpet sound and I just played through the parts really, really slow. And I only did that for about 10 or 15 minutes every day until the parts started to sound normal to me, until I started to hear the notes. So during this entire time, I didn't practice the parts at all. The other thing that I was kind of dealing with was the fact that once I got back into town, just boom, I was right back into a work schedule. So I'm doing gigs, I'm doing rehearsals, I'm having to practice the other things that I'm doing on a daily basis to just kind of keep moving forward. So I really had to kind of manage my chops and make sure that I wasn't wearing myself out trying to crank through these lead parts every day. So that's all I did, was just play through them on the keyboard until they sounded right to me. And something that happened that was really cool was that I actually ended up memorizing the pieces this way without ever having to play them. So really the first time that I played through these things was when I recorded them for the tape. It turned out to be okay. I actually got pretty tired when I was doing the recording. I recorded for about 2 hours straight, and a lot of this stuff was pretty high, like lead-ish kind of things above the staff, and just sort of extended passages. So all in all, I would say that if you need to put something together really quick, you want to make sure that it's in your ear first. And that can actually mean just not playing it for a while until you're anticipating every note. You're not only able to hear the notes, like it starts to sound right to you, but then you start to anticipate the next notes. And when you're doing that, then it's pretty much in your ear. And from there, it's really just a matter of working out a couple of technical things depending on where your skills are at the time. So like I said, I didn't get a whole lot of time to practice this thing. It was mostly just ear training, and then recording it. Today I'm compiling some other excerpts from some other CDs and things that I've played on to put it all together and send it off in the next couple of days here as my audition packet. So we'll see how it goes. You know, I'm not too, I won't get too bent out of shape if I don't get called back, but who knows? I might get really, really, really lucky. So anyways, if you guys have any experience like this, how you've put together auditions quickly in the past when you didn't have a whole lot of time or chops to practice, leave it in the comment section below. Be sure to give the video a thumbs up if you like it. Subscribe to the mailing list. I got a link below this video. You know, again, still working on that comeback course, still working on it. I will be done one of these days. And those who are on the email list will get a discount when it comes out. So anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. If you have anything that you'd like to add, put it in the comment section. Questions, it's all good. I'll talk to you later.